is an AVNation ISE special. My name is Tim Albright. I am your host. What we've been doing is sitting down with folks who are showing at the Integrated Systems Europe show, February 6th through the 9th, 2018, coming up here in just about a month or so. With us today to talk about AVIXA and what they'll be showing at the show is Pam Taggart, Senior Director of Development in Europe. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I am well. Thanks. You guys, real quick before we say it, AVIXA is half owner of the show, half owner of ISE,
Yes,
the
indeed.
other half being CEDIA. But just like CEDIA, you guys will have an actual stand at the show, inviting people, education and stuff like that. And you can find out about the education on the ISE website, iseurope.org. But at the stand itself, right, if folks are coming around and you guys are in Hall 12, what are they going to find when they come to the AVIXA stand?
Well, there's a couple things. As you know, we changed names this year, and this is a real opportunity for people to get to know what is AVIXA versus what InfoComm was in the past. And I'm sure by now there's been a lot of news about the name change and why we've done that. But really, we have a refocus of purpose.
Okay.
And part of that at the booth is that each activity we have is meant to be useful to you in your professional life or in your business. So as opposed to just having a stand and having some drinks and having some fun, which we encourage as well, we have some really useful things that we can provide people when they come. The first of those is our market research. So we published an IOTA study, Industry Outlook and Trends Analysis, this last year. It's the most comprehensive look at the AV industry globally that exists anywhere. And we feel like that information is very important to get out to the industry. So at the booth, anyone that's interested in it that comes by can get a copy of all of the executive summaries from all of the regions within that study and take it home with them on a USB stick to review on their own time. So really useful giveaway, not your normal swag, actual information.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is one of these things is typically you would have to be a member of InfoComm to get this, a member of AVIXA to get this information, and so giving that in a really useful, compact, portable form is incredibly useful.
Yeah, and we really want the information out there. If people want the full studies, of course, then there's member discounts to get that. But this is a good overview, and there is qualitative information in the executive summaries with a couple things that might surprise folks. So interesting to come by for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, just like a lot of folks that show it at the ISE show, you guys are going to have a reception, a party on the Wednesday of the show.
7 February, 5:30 to 7. So that is it was two things. One, it's a chance to get to know us, and second, it's a great way to avoid the taxi queue if you're on your way out of the show. So we know there's a lot going on after each day of the show, and we want people to go to these receptions that our members are hosting. But this is kind of an in-between pre-party, if you will, if I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Where you can come towards the end of the show, not wait for the taxi queue, sit, have a drink with us, learn a bit more about AVIXA, and then go on to the evening events that I know are happening that day as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing you guys have going on is your AVIXA is known for the education of the industry. Obviously, you have the CTS, the Certified Technology Specialist, and the two designations, the designer and the installer. But you guys are also, you bring a number of your instructors over to Amsterdam to have education throughout the week. If somebody's interested in a particular track or a particular class, how do they find out that information?
All that information is on the ISE website. So if you go to iseurope.org, click on Professional Development menu up top, and then on AVIXA program, you'll see the 4 tracks we have running, the 2 conferences, information about flash tracks, all of that's there on the website.
All right. And just like, if not everybody's going to go to ISE, even though we talked to Mr. Mike Blackman, the guy that runs Integrated Systems Europe, he says it's going to be bigger than last year. Still, not every AV professional in the world is going to go. If you're not making it, if they're not making it to the show, how do they follow along with what AVIXA is doing?
Definitely on the ISE website. And then we also have, we'll be live tweeting from the show. So you can get snippets of what we're talking about, education sessions, and what is happening on the floor. But definitely, if you're on the floor, come by the booth. We also have the opportunity to win a trip to InfoComm in Las Vegas this year.
Oh, wow.
So that's, I guess, the fun bit. Come get some information, then come have a drink and maybe win a trip. So there's a bit of both.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Hall 12, again, Hall 12, N as in Nancy, 110 is the
That's it.
AVIXA stand. Pam Taggart, Senior Director of Development for Europe for AVIXA. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. My name is Tim Albright. For more information about us, you can find us at AVNation.tv. You can obviously also there follow along with stuff that we're doing, which is bringing you in. We'll be interviewing AVIXA from the show and so much more. So all that is at avnation.tv, avnation.tv.